All right. Well, hello everyone. We are here with this meeting, and where we're talking about a light technology that we could say uses light frequencies to enhance our body's innate ability to heal and to really upgrade our body and deal with the stuff that's been holding us back from being the best version of ourselves that we can be. So this meeting is going to be quite interesting. I mean, I sure hope, but it's usually very interesting. You see Harry there with the patches. That's the technology that we'll be talking about, and it's really something that is amazing. I just started using them today myself also, and I'm already feeling the buzz. Even with all the crazy things that I've done in my entire life, this is still something that I'm getting benefit like right now with. So I know that this is very, very powerful, because when you've done the amount of things that I've done for my health, and then you get on something and it affects you on the first day, that's when you know that something is powerful. So yeah, we'll be sharing about this technology here. I want to first start with Carrie Ann, who is initially the one who introduced Harry, who introduced it to me. So she knows quite a lot about this technology, and she seems to be laughing a bit right now, but I'll give her the room to speak. If okay.
Hi. Well, I guess when your vibration is so high, it's hard to, you know. Um, yeah, so these things, first and foremost, really raise your life force and give you a lot of energy. Um, I'm like feeling high right now. Whatever. I'm gonna, sorry, I'm gonna pass to Harry.
Okay. Definitely can relate to the high. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm excited. I'm like Alec. I have known about it, been open-minded. I knew they were powerful because I did a lot of learning in the group, and I'm so big into light therapies and stuff. But I'm day 5 myself, and don't carry because I'm gonna start laughing too. Yeah, it's transformational, guys. Like I've got Aeon patches, glutathione, carnosine. I'm wearing Alvida that's just come today. I'm wearing 5 patches at once because I learned from Tammy and Summer and other people in the group that you can wear more than one. And man, they're so powerful. And I knew they were powerful, but when I put them on day 1, I'm not gonna lie, I got nausea, and I do a lot of therapy, so I'm really shocked that I had a mild headache and nausea after putting 3 patches on at once within a couple of hours. That showed me a lesson of how powerful what I'm dealing with is. Today on day 5, I took them off and waited an hour and put them back on. I felt a major shift in consciousness. Um, they hold you to your highest vibration. Let's not doubt this, guys. Whatever's inside them and however it works, and we do know how it works, it uses your own body's light back into your body at certain particular frequencies of light to whatever it does, raise carnosine, glutathione, and all these are powerful. And we'll talk about a bit later what each patch is doing. It's fucking phenomenal. And I don't think, I said this to you guys off air, I don't think I'm going to stop wearing them every single day the rest of my life. I have no reason not to. And as Carrie said, there's just a high vibration thing, and you need vitamins. You don't need them. You can survive without them. But why are we not tapping into a high level of consciousness by using them every single day for the rest of your life? So yeah, in conclusion, I'm happy to be here with all you guys sharing knowledge. I've got a lot more mastery to come on learning them. And I've got a lot of little geeky things that I told you guys off air that no one's talking about, because I like to find new angles with these patches. Like, for example, yeah, drink loads of water. But actually, if you don't drink water, wow, amazing. So yeah, I'll pass over to you guys. And thanks for joining, everyone. And who is up for next? Unmute yourself and talk.
Hey guys, I'm Summer, and I can definitely attest to like how powerful they are, because I tried a multitude of different things to get rid of the pain that I was experiencing from the 5G towers, and this was the only thing that could stop my headache like that, and instantly. I mean, yeah, I had to wear multiple of them, but I think that's just because of the amount of towers that were around me. So it's just crazy. The biggest thing that I think is so crazy is exactly how fast these work. When you get them on the right spot, they work instantly. Everything that you were experiencing is gone. And then I think with that, I'm gonna pass it to Tammy.
Okay, I'm Tammy. Can everybody hear me? Sure.
Yes.
I'm the iridologist. I am the one that Carrie introduced me to the patches. I don't know, it's been a few months, but I just kind of watched and waited. Then KJ's daughter had her traumatic eye injury, and I watched and I kind of followed that for a little while. And then I got diagnosed with mesenteric paniculitis, which is an extremely painful chronic thing. So I thought, what do I got to lose? So I contacted Carrie Ann and she sent me information, but she went a little bit further, which really helped me. Is she sent me pictures of her eyes. She sent me pictures of the before and then the 5 months after she started using the patching. And I have never come across a product that has been able to clear the eye color that quickly. So that sold me. I bought the bronze package because I was real skeptical. I was like, how can a little bitty patch help? But I ordered the X39, and the day that it came in, I put one on, and then I took them off every 12 hours. Well, I took the old one off after 12 hours, put a new one on, and did that every 12 hours. And by the 4th day, I was about 90% pain-free. And then I did the detox protocol about 2 weeks later, and now it's I just can't say enough about these patches and how they're changing my life. I'm no longer on the morphine. I was taking 330 milligram morphines a day. I'm no longer taking that. And let me tell you, sex drive is way up there. And I think that's from the X39. Yes, I'm going to go there because KJ went yeast infections last week. So I'm going to go to the sex drive. Sex drive is out of this world.
Wow, what a promotion. Guys, you've heard it here first. If you want a high sex drive, you've got erectile dysfunction as a guy, women, or libido, just take an X39, you're done.
Yes, the X39 is the best for that. So anybody out there with that problem, just get an X39. But I'm going to pass on. I'm going to pass it on to the next person. These things are great. Just wear them, use them, and you'll see it too.
So I'm just going to interject real quick. My neighbor, she has really bad anxiety, and she'd wake up with heart palpitations, and she drinks a lot. But she, obviously some liver stuff maybe, but she had really bad anxiety, and she came over to my house, and I stuck Alavita patch on the back of her neck. The next morning, she woke up, and she's like, "What are these things? Sign me up." Because she woke up without heart palpitations and without anxiety. So that's pretty big. If you know anybody with anxiety symptoms, the Alavita can definitely help.
Thanks for saying that, Carrie, because I take for granted, because I can only come from my own reference experience. I've done a lot of healing work, and like some of you here, so I don't have that kind of like, oh, I'm really anxious anymore and that stuff in that sense. So when I hear stories like that, it reminds me just of how powerful it is to other people. So thanks for sharing. Yeah, it's life-changing for sure. Also,
too, for anybody, that has depression, the X39 with regular use, it's amazing. And the Eon, I'm like just constantly high. I like woke up this morning just with a smile on my face for no particular reason. Just, I'm just happy and high. It's great.
High on
because your body's not, in a bad place. So go ahead, Alec.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing. That was a great interjection. Because definitely, like I already said, it's a very good point, because a lot of people right now are struggling with a lot of things, and this kind of goes to the subject that we wanted to talk about today, which is trauma. And the idea is that the anxiety and also disease, and it pretty much, when you look really deep into it, there's a whole range of things that we can attribute to trauma that happened when we were younger, when we were even a child. And most people don't realize that these experiences, these emotions, these high emotions that we felt when we were young, I mean, they're still inside of us. They still have spots at different places in the body and in the nervous system also. And in the field, we could even go like really deep into the spirituality and how every single person on earth has a field, and that field is filled with information about all of our life. And this information of the traumas that when we had as a child is still in that field. And if we have not dealt with it, it's still affecting us in a perhaps negative way, which can lead into disease, which can lead into anxiety, which can lead into depression, into suicidal thoughts, into all these interesting things that some people have, and that a lot of people have. I would even go as far as to say, because right now it's like, if you look at any kind of statistics, you see that this is on the rise. Like it's just, it's really, really something that is very overlooked by most people, because we kind of have the society that doesn't want to talk about emotions and like how you feel, and like everyone just asks how you doing. They don't ask how do you feel. Like it's just that is a quick example of what I mean. And
Uh,
oh,
oh, sorry, Alec. I thought you were done. Sorry.
yeah, this is something that I wanted to say with that, is that these patches actually work on this energy, on this energetic level where those traumas are stored. And because of this, it's actually possible to release the emotion that's associated with these traumas, which has an array of positive effects on the body. Like Carrie says, waking up with a smile on your face. I mean, if you have that, that's because you're happy. That's why. Like the first thing you do when you wake up, that's usually like, it's built into you. It's like I have almost daily tears of happiness. Like this is, I mean, a lot of people don't even know what tears of happiness are. Like these things, they're just so freaking wonderful, and it's like, yeah. I'm gonna go with what Summer wanted to say. So you can talk or something.
Okay. So I just wanted to say that, babe, turn that down, please. I just wanted to say that, on the subject of trauma, a trauma that many people still have and don't know how to ever recover from would be like the trauma of being circumcised. That would be something that the patches that could clear up. It could release that trauma for you, and that's something that I think that a lot of people should focus on, because there's a good majority of the population, at least in America, that do suffer from that trauma.
Yeah, that's so true. That really is.
Right.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Unconscious. Like, I think we've all been traumatized from birth, like how we've been brought up and like literally put away into a little, away from our mum, away from touch, a lot of us, and we've forgotten that. And LSD trips can get you there, psychedelics, but this stuff can really help with that too, I feel. Also quickly want to share, when you're talking about trauma, actually, it made me think of last night. So I know when I'm healing from trauma, because what happens is I'll have dreams at nighttime going back to what I was like at school. And by the way, what I was like at school is obviously completely different to what I'm like now, but I was super isolated, didn't want to talk to people, super fucking weird. But last night in my dreams, I know I'm healing because I had a dream of going back into my childhood where I was super awkward, just not talking to everyone and being super fucking weird and super low value. And it took me back to being what I was exactly like at school, but I was comfortable in that state. And the reason why I think it did that is because I had Aeon on my forehead, and I had 3 patches on my glutathione, carnosine, my Y-age. And I'm pretty sure that that only happens to me, because I'm kind of observant, that only happens when I'm healing myself. My trauma comes out that I thought I'd fixed. I thought, shit, that's not my waking life reality, but it came out of my dreams last night. And I find that really interesting, that the patch has made me go back to childhood. And hopefully it's because release, and the dreams is like the safe space where my trauma gets shown to me, not my waking state, in my dream state as I'm healing. So I feel like it's done something to my trauma, which I've still got, and it's okay. But yeah, it's healing mine for sure.
Right. Yeah. And what I notice is when I wear the patch, especially like I have a patch under my hat. When I put my X39, I put it under a hat because I'm trying to actively release stuff. Whatever's still left. I mean, I had complex PTSD from growing up in a cult and moving so much as a child and losing all my friends. So I had a lot of emotional stagnation and trauma and everything stuck in my body. So what I'd noticed is that all these random thoughts would just pop in my head when I was wearing the patch, and it would just release, and I'd just have a breakdown and I'd cry and I'd let it go. It was like, as the X39 was healing my cells, the cellular memory that was attached to those damaged cells was being released with it, which was amazing. So yeah, I released so much stuff that way.
When did this happen in your journey? Do you remember what points in months into it? And was it every day? What months into the...
It was just random whenever, mostly when I would put it on either the top of my head or the base of my spine, because I had a lot of spinal injuries I fell through a roof when I was 12. So I would put it there because you want to put it wherever your deepest injury is. If you put it there, you can get move the most stagnation from that spot. So if you have an old injury, stick the X39 over the old injury to heal that spot first. Because what I've noticed is some people, it goes to the deepest issue. So some people, you know, if you're already relatively healthy, you may not get like that wow factor that, you know, chronically ill person would get. So put it over an old injury and you'll notice it more.
That's powerful. I'm reading, I just started reading Karen Kahn's book. I recommend everyone reads it because she talks about the patches, and beyond the patches, she's an amazing person, Karen Kahn. And she talks about how all diseases can be kind of, the base is the brain balancing. You know, Karen Kahn's big with the brain balancing, the Aeon, like stick all the Aeons on your face. And I feel like that's very true because we've all got, trauma originates from the brain too, isn't it? How we think, and it's all warped here. So yeah, I resonate with the idea that the brain, go to your deepest level of pain, but everyone needs to do, in my opinion, brain balancing protocols on, we've all got so much to heal with the brain.
Right.
Yeah, let's give an opportunity for, there's so many people on the call, so anyone else that hasn't taken a turn, please speak up.
Speaking of the brain balancing, I need some brain balance, and I was confused. So I saw the one with the Aeon on the different points. Do we put those all on the points at the same time, or is it we put one on one point every single day until we do that?
So with a brain balancing protocol, you can use a single patch for 2 hours on each spot, or you can do it overnight, which will have a stronger effect because you're using a different, you know, the patch for a longer period of time. So it's up to you. Either way works.
So meaning at nighttime, just like one night I put it on one spot, the next night I put it on the next spot? Okay.
Yep,
all
unless
right,
you want to go 2 hours and have it there, and then 2 hours have it the next spot.
Yeah, the rule of patches is, the rule that we've made up here that's kind of true though, is that the more patches you wear, the quicker you heal. And that's not to say one patch is not powerful, but just blast yourself with like, put like, who was it? Emma Marshall on the group, like put 7, I love that picture. She had like her face completely covered in Aeon. It's like, what? Brain balancing.
Right. I mean, talk about like turning off your fight or flight response. That's a quick way to do it.
Yeah, too right. Yeah. Anyone else? Christina, Julie, KJ, I know you're Nicole. Anyone? Come on.
Okay, I'll ask the question. Hi, everyone. Would you start with the detox first then? That 5-element protocol before you went on to do the other ones with shifting trauma and things like that?
What I started with was the 5-element detox. Yeah. And I continue to do that now every 3 months. I do the detox protocol, just one round of it. But it depends on how much toxicity you have in your body. You may want to do more. There's also the 30-day detox protocol, which is 5 and then take a 2-day break, and then 5, then take a 2-day break. And then, you know, so 4 rounds of it. Yeah. You know, that gets deeper and deeper. So it just depends, you know, how you feel and how deep you want to go with it. And that also helps with weight loss, doing it that way.
And so you recommend a 2-day break in between?
If you're going to do the 30-day protocol, yeah.
30-day one, okay. And would you say the same for children? And so children, like kind of like teenagers, similar kind of thing? 5 days, a couple of days off. But if it's not, it doesn't have to be 30. Could you still do? I think it's 5-day. It's a 5-day protocol, isn't it?
Right. You could do 2 rounds. You can do 1 round. It's just however you feel in your body. You know, just gauge.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's the first thing to start. Because I have started. I got like I said last time, I think a couple of different ones, but there were some missing. I think it was the energy one, which is part of the detox protocol. So it could be that there could be a couple of crucial things that I've not included, and it's kind of just, it's not pulling it together most probably. So
right. The actual detox protocol was formulated specifically to balance the meridian system. So to get the whole body to bring it back into balance. Yeah.
And then I suppose then after that you can go and target.
Yeah.
I found personally that it's not even about what everyone's recommending in points. Like no one said to me, do the right ankle. I never heard Joyce say the right ankle point, even though I've seen in the booklet for glutathione. And yet that's the one that's doing the most damage. I can feel it pulling out, doing the most amazing things for me. So I feel like it's good to have a standard protocol for people that are new, but I think there's a level beyond that where you start putting them in places all over different meridian points and start experimenting and finding out your weaknesses. Because I didn't even know my right ankle. What's up with that? I don't know. That was the most unhealthiest part of my body. That makes no sense to me, but it is. So I'm just yeah, I think there's another angle to them, like a mastery of your own experimentation, almost like you have to literally put them all over the place. And what I'm saying is don't put them in the same place if you're not getting results. If you're not getting results, Yasmin, move them around to all kinds of points and find out a place where you'd feel like, wow, there's a massive shift going on.
Yeah. So that could be meridian points, or it could be points where you have an issue in the body, like, I don't know,
Boom.
knees
Yeah.
feeling
Right.
funny, or...
Yeah.
Because you could have like an old scar or something, or you could have like a emotional block somewhere. Like if you're, if you have an angry outburst, that's your liver. So your liver needs some help. If you have fear, that's your kidneys. So different organs process different emotions. So you have to also take it into account the metaphysical aspect of your body and what it's doing and where it's storing things.
And if I can also say something, it's possible also to use our intuition with that, because and also even like speak with our own body to have our body tell us where is the best spot, because like there's a form of healing that I do, and in it at some point we kind of scan the body with our hands and we ask to feel a tingling sensation to the spot that we need to work on. And if you do that, you can really pay attention to the feeling in your hand, and you'll see that everywhere it's not going to feel a tingling, but there's one point that you kind of start to feel the tingling sensation, and you could place the patch right there. I mean, when you were talking, I had this idea right now. So I have not tested it, but I'm pretty sure that it would work the same, and it would be like really incredible, because then you're kind of getting the information from the source itself, from the body. So
yeah.
be interesting.
I like what you said, Alex. I think that's the next level of people now. Like, do the general stuff, that's cool. But now the next level is use your own intuition, do your own experiments, and move it around the body for the weak spots that you have. Because I don't feel like everyone's at different levels with weak spots. My weak spots have shocked me. That makes no sense to me. In a way, my right ankle, what the hell? Like, I mean, because I do enemas and stuff. I've done work on the digestive system. I guess that's okay. I put it under the belly button, not much happens. Yeah, I put the same patch under the right ankle. I get extreme detox. So yeah, everyone's at different levels, and you should experiment. And no one wants to be told, I guess, because we all want to be told what to do. Like, oh, just put a patch on at this place and you'll be fine. But that might not work for somebody, and that might be a reason why testimonials, people don't report amazing things too, that we have to start thinking about. Everyone's not at everyone doesn't need the patches at the same places, or they do things right. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the fear of doing it wrong, isn't it? And that's probably that's holding people back from just relaxing.
That's true too, because people always ask about, oh, it's not in the right place. How'd you get the right place? And I'm like, I try my best for the right place. Oh, and one thing I've learned is 3 finger whips down from the belly button is the belly button one. So put 3 finger whips off your belly button and put the patch under that. That's the governing channel point that we talk about for the glutathione X39. That's one. Also the small of the back of the neck. So put your chin down, and there's the first top 2 bumps. You put the patch in between. So put your chin down and you'll feel the top bumps, the first 2, touch them, put the patch in between the top 2 bumps. And that's the one where you put behind the neck, and you'll get it the right spot for that.
So Harry, when you put it on your ankle, on your right ankle, did you put it on the inside of your ankle or on the outside?
Correct. It was an experiment. It was because the books that said that I could do glutathione like that. And I was like, okay, I'll try glutathione and rotate like that. So yeah, I tried it like that, and I'm going to try some more weird things and do some more places that no one's talking about, because I feel like I'm different to everyone else. I've done a lot of cleansing work for the upper part of my body. Maybe my lower chakras are fucked. My number 1 chakra, I think actually my number 1 chakra is fucked. So I'm going to do a lot of leg work. I'm going to put it on my legs some more places, and
yeah, but you put it on the inside of your ankle, not the outside.
Yeah, the booklet said the inside of the ankle for that, although I'm pretty sure there's meridian points on the outside of the ankle too. I put them on my left and my right, and I found really profound results. Yeah, not right, a bit above the ankle, like the midpoint, I guess, between the knee and the ankle. Yeah, about that.
And that's also another interesting thing is you can just look up, acupoint for, whatever it is that your issue is. And that's pretty much how I treated myself and reversed my stuff is I did acupoint for this and this and this, because I knew based on iridology and what I saw in my eyes, what the weaknesses were in my body. So it's going to be different for everybody, what your weakness is. I mean, you might have a weak liver, somebody else might have a weak kidney or gallbladder, whatever it is. But if you acupoint patch for that specific thing that you already know you have, it can help a lot more than just patching anywhere.
Definitely.
Yeah, Carrie Ann, your iridology photos, those were just fantastic. I mean, that was one of the things that really made me want to sign up was your iridology photos.
Thank you. Well, I knew what, I knew the value of that. So I specifically took a picture like right before I started, and I was like, I'm going to see, how these things work, and I'm going to send it to my friend and, see how, every month, and then to 6 months. And I was like, holy crap. And like, you can tell in my pictures from way back when and from now, like how bright my eyes are. Like,
Yes.
like this, there's just a vibrance, compared to what they used to be, just dull.
Well,
So
you got
it
rid of
really
so
does
much.
make a difference.
Yeah, you got rid of so much sulfur. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, for sure.
Carrie Ann, do you do the eye stuff too, like Tammy?
Yeah, well, I'm not an iridologist, but I kind of dabble in everything, master of nothing, but jack of all trades.
Jack of trades. Yeah, I like that. Oh, yeah. No, it's not true. It's not true.
I told Tammy I'm scared for her to see my eyes because it'll be something scary that she'll see. But I probably should get it done to be more in tune with my body.
To be fully honest, it is totally legit. The sclerology, I'm eventually going to get certified for it. All the millions of things that I want to do, but my tailbone injury shows up in my iris. So that's one thing that I'm trying to heal with the X39 and see how quickly it goes away. Because typically it takes about 6 months to see any sort of, major difference. So we'll see.
That's another great point. Tammy, maybe you could help us with that too. I think the future lies in us getting people not just on the patches, but also getting them to do an eye iridology scan before the patches, and then going on a time of like a month, 2 months, 3 months, and taking pictures after, like Carrie did. So we have like massive, major testimonials of the truth of how it transforms your health, because people love evidence and people love proof. And Mary, like you said, Carrie Ann's done you, but wouldn't it be great if I had one too? And we all had eye iridology befores and afters, and all the people signing up have them too. That'd be amazing. Right.
Can I add one thing? I do have a client right now that I just did her eye read. I guess it was 2 weeks ago. And of course I recommended the patches for her, but she has extreme kidney toxicity. Her body, she's got blue eyes, but the majority of her eyes look yellow because of the uric acid that is just completely over her eyes. So I recommended the 5-element detox, and she started it. She's on her 4th day, I think, today. But the second day of the detox, she messaged me and she says, Tammy, she says, I think I might be passing a kidney stone. And I said, well, I actually saw that you probably do have a kidney stone forming, especially in the left eye. Is where I noticed it. She has a small lesion in that area, so that is indicative of kidney stone formation. And I told her, I said, you really need to up the water. I said, go to KJ's link in your report, get some shungite stones, get that in your water. I try to promote everything natural as far as I can with trying to help these people with their health. But she wrote me again yesterday, and she feels like she passed maybe a small stone. She doesn't know for sure, but her brother does have them all the time. But this was the first that she had heard of it for herself.
Wow.
So it does work. I can see these things. I can tell you what you can use, and with the help of, I'm learning the patches myself. So I don't know all the protocols, but I will get you in touch with whoever I can get you with, that we can get you cleaned up.
That's amazing, Tammy. Thanks for sharing. That's phenomenal. Yeah, that's the future for us now. Iridology proof and evidence, because I know people love evidence. That's amazing.
Yeah,
yes,
that's a great idea.
I want to give an opportunity to people that haven't talked. KJ's here. Juanita, you're here, I think, and Nicole, you're here. So if you want to speak up, please, and ask any questions or talk about your experiences with the patches, I'd love for you to do that. Unmute yourself, guys.
I'll go first. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I am exhausted. So I've gotten like no sleep. Last night I had to stay up all night because I work and I have kids, and my toddlers won't sleep. And then I had posted in the learning group about my 3-year-old. So my work table, I work from home. My dinner table always becomes my work table, and every week I have to like reorganize. So I was like, I'm so tired of this. I went and got baskets. I spent hours organizing everything, and I had my patches right on top. I went and took a nap. It was like 3 a.m. My toddler would not go to sleep. She got in my patches. She had a party. She took, okay, you can't even tell them apart when she peeled the stickers off the back, because that's where it tells you what they are. And so she was just so proud of this. And they help my son not have seizures. So like, I've never gotten onto her for anything. Like, she's gotten into my paints, my pigments, like you name it. I had such a meltdown because I was tired, and like, it was my fault. I shouldn't have left them out, but I gave her, you know, the rundown, don't mess with these patches. And so anyway, I stuck these patches all over me because I didn't want them to go to waste. Like, what do I do? So I had like 10 up and down my chest. I had one on the bottom of each foot. I had one on each wrist, like right here. And I kid you not, I was up for like 32 hours, took a 3-hour nap. I was up for like another 10 hours, and like, go to my Facebook, like, I look radiant, like I'm not on drugs or anything. Like, this is just like how Carrie Ann started out this live saying, like, I am on a euphoric high. Like, it's all natural. But through this whole live, I have been falling asleep because I'm just like, go, 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 go. Like, I was up all night. I was at the post office before they opened, you know, mailing packages. And then when they opened, mailing Canadian packages, driving home, doing this live. And so people wonder, like, how do you have 6 kids? How do you get so much done? It's like, well, I mean, I'm giving you guys my secrets away. So some of you are biting. But, and then one more story I want to share. So, I have 6 kids. I've been going through a breakup. I hope to get back with my ex. And he came from Colorado. It's 1,300 miles away. And we get along great, you know, when he's here and stuff. And I said, let me see your hat. And I put an E on right in the top of his hat. And he saw it, but he did not put 2 and 2 together that he was crying so much because of that little sticker that I put in his hat. And he came, he visited, like, his parents live here and stuff, and he misses the kids and stuff. And like, I want to have this like breakthrough and this reunion and stuff, and he's not ready for it. And he's like crying, apologizing for all this crying. He's like, sorry, I'm crying like a baby. Cried a whole bunch more. And like, is it wrong of me that I was chuckling, that I was laughing, that he's actually like having this breakthrough and crying and doesn't realize that it's that sticker that I put in his hat?
Yeah.
You know, and he's like almost 40 years old, and men don't really cry and release their years and years of like childhood trauma and energy. You guys just like let it go. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to focus on it. You bring it up, that makes you mad. So it's just so cool to be able to put like a sticker with energy inside your hat, no meds, and it can alter like your energy to that extent to release that much trauma. I cannot wait until we live together again so I can just like experiment all the time, you know, like, what do you want me to put on you today before you go to work? So he has like mercury fillings, and I always thought he was bipolar and stuff because like we'd get along great and then we wouldn't, and then we'd get along great and then we wouldn't. And so Carrie Ann once said, like, you can't control what goes in their pie holes. And it's so true, because like we love these beings, but we cannot control them. And so they may be so much different than us. And like, I'm way out there. I'm a conspiracy theorist and all that stuff. He is not. And so how do we make it work through all of this? It's like the stickers and the healing and the glutathione. Like, we've been doing vitamin C for years, but glutathione is like mighty vitamin C. It's really that easy as just putting a sticker on every 2 days. So thank you for letting me share.
It's amazing. That's so powerful. Yeah, to the first story, you're just going to be like Iron Man if you put 32 patches, or even I put 4 and I feel amazing. And I'm going to up it, maybe just an experiment. KJ, thanks for inspiring me. So I'm going to do loads just for fun because I like that. I want to be like Iron Man and feel amazing. Yeah, you're just transforming your body into light that you are. So that's crazy. And yeah, to the second point, I feel like, especially for people that haven't done healing work, you're going to get the most profound results. Actually, that's why some people come on testimonials, because when you're severely sick or severely traumatized and you've not consciously done your healing work, these patches are going to give you so much. And like it did with your boyfriend, it just completely transformed them, and it makes sense to me. And like I said to you in the story too, of me, the traumas coming out in my dreams that I'm happy for. I feel like it's one of the things that Carrie Ann joked about. Actually, we joked about putting it on people with just doing it, just like if they're sleeping at night, just put it on them, put it on their clothes or put it on their body. And actually, I feel that that's great because you're helping people out, them realizing and don't need to know. In a way, they're not down for it, but we're just going to heal the world with patches. I really believe that you can. So.
And if I can add something, this is a wonderful story, KJ. Thank you very much for that. And I mean, it goes back to what we were saying earlier about the trauma. Like that's really the perfect example of that. Like if you stick a patch on someone and they start crying during the day and it cannot stop, like that's like the primary example of someone releasing trauma. Like if you look at the definition of releasing trauma in the dictionary, you're gonna see like starting to cry for no reason, like as the first thing, right? So like,
it's so true.
This is really because what happened.
He's put me through a lot. So to be able to witness that, I was just like hiding the fact that I realized what was going on and that I was so happy for him for his breakthrough and everything. But I was just like, I did this, I caused this. And it was beautiful. I can't wait to do it again. You know, if you have kids, like I have a kid, every time I pick her up from school, she's like, bye to her friends in a great mood. And then as soon as she gets home, she's slamming things. She's in a bad mood. Put a sticker, right inside the hat because, we have all these energies and feelings that we don't know how to process. And maybe it started at a young age. And so we can help our kids that way too, so that they can nip it in the bud and be able to control their emotions better than we could,
That's so true. And I feel like there's a lot of things we can do to help other people. For example, if we give them orgonite, shungite, and I'm not dissing any of these all really powerful stuff, but I feel like this is on a level above. Those are great to help people that aren't into the community. So buy crystals, put them around the room, help the vibration. But this one's like really deep and it really does transform like your boyfriend. That makes no sense to people not understand what you can put a patch and someone can release their trauma and cry. And it's not placebo because he didn't even know it was on. He didn't even know it was on. It's happened to be placebo, guys. And Carrie, you made a great point earlier too about when people criticizing me and saying, "Oh, Harry, like you're selling out and it's a scam and it's placebo." And you said, "Well, how come it works on animals? Because this stuff works on animals too. You put it on dogs. Go and look on testimonials in the group. You put it on dogs and they're healing dogs, and dogs don't have placebo. Dogs go like, oh yeah, my happy patch is going on. Yeah, no.
Right, tumors dropping off dogs, and horses. They have a horse patch. They put on these horses and they have before and after pictures of the heat, the inflammation going way down and these horses winning 3 races in a row, which is unheard of. Like, how does this horse keep winning?
Yeah, but that's designed for horses. The patches that we use, when we put them on dogs, that's even more profound to me because that's like, that's for us, but it's working on dogs and cats. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it works on cats. I made my cat not miserable on the car ride down here.
Wow.
And my cat hates cars.
I actually do that sometimes. Like when I take my X39 off, I'll put it on my dog's head. Give him a little health boost.
You guys just gave me a great idea. So this is the last chance to save my dog because I have a killer guard dog. I love him to death. He's great in the car and everything, but something must have happened in the 3 months before we got him. He's just nuts, and he like eats people, and I don't want to get rid of him, but I'm like, I'm gonna have to get rid of him because I don't want a lawsuit. He's already bit like 3 different people, and maybe I'll try an X39 or something on his head and try to release his trauma because
for animals, let's go.
I don't want to get rid of my dog. I've had him for 3 years. He's nuts. I had the AC guy over yesterday, and like we can't. He's a big dog. We can't. Yeah, I'm going to do it, you guys. I'm going to report back next week and see what happens.
Yes, please. Do a couple. If you can afford it, KJ, do a couple on him. Yeah.
We do CBD, and the CBD works, but it's so expensive. It's so time consuming. It's not like a sticker, Supplements are amazing, but there's something about bioenergy and working with energy, that you can't do with chemistry every single day. It's
right. I never liked taking pills, and I had this huge collection of pills. I don't take any pills anymore, except for like randomly I need to finish up the pills in my, because I paid for them. I don't want to waste them. But I mean, I essentially don't need really anything. I just patch.
Yeah. Like the glutathione literally removes chelates. So does the carnosine. It chelates all of the crap the negative ion tract, sorry, positive ion tract, which is most of the parasites, most of the heavy metals. It will just flush everything out. Like Summer said, the lymph, the mucus, the heavy metals. It comes out. David Schmidt talks about how people put it under the lymph or the thyroid, and the metals will come out in the tongue, and you'll feel metallic. This is key actually for people that have, who said here about metal fillings. Loads of people got mercury fillings. That's one. Also, women with breast implants, that's poison going in your body, and they can't get rid of it. And they're like, they know it's crap. Put it on your breast, put it on your body, glutathione. These are all powerful supplements. They're the ultimate supplement. And there, we're talking about what, 300%? I mean, that's a fucking joke. I really wish everyone on Facebook and the world knew about what we're actually repeatedly telling them. They're not getting it yet, so we'll keep talking about. Do you realize how powerful it is when you raise the glutathione for like 24 hours at 300%? What that's going to do to your health? Like, it's not even like a drip that like lasts 10 minutes, or even like a tablet of glutathione that stays in your body for, that's good for what, I don't know, a couple of hours. That's cool. This is like just for a long time. And to emphasize the point too, this is legal. Olympians use it, and no medicine enters the bloodstream. I can't think of anything cooler. You're not actually taking any medicine. That's why anyone can use it. Any sports superstars, celebrities can not cheat and get a massive advantage, right? It's crazy.
So
Right.
Carrie Ann, I have a question. How long do you usually use like the patches? Do you use them for, you know, a single patch? Do you use them? I know you're just supposed to do 12 hours on, 12 hours off. And so if you do it that way, do you use one patch 2 times, 3 times, you know, or do you just use it for the 12 hours and throw it away?
So the X39 I use every single day for daytime. And when I'm done with it, I'll either put it on my dog or put it in my kid's pocket just in case it still has juice left. And the Y-Age system I use 2 days on and then swap for a new one. So I use 3 patches a week, essentially, of Eon, glutathione, and carnosine, which if you have, like I have MTHFR, so I have crappy detox pathways. So I need those things. Like I feel a difference when I'm not taking them, because I need the help with my detox pathways. So raising your glutathione levels, literally they've done studies, practically every single person with a chronic issue has very low depleted glutathione. So that's one of the reasons why it helps people so much who have this, because it is raising your levels. You can feel it. You can feel the difference. And I can feel it when I'm not on carnosine too. And that one helps the heart, which I used to have heart palpitations and chest constriction and breathing problems, and you name it, I had it probably. So it's really transformative when you get on this stuff and, you know,
And so
reversing all your stuff.
But you use those patches like 2 times each, basically.
Like the Eon, I'll put it on for 2 days, the glutathione and the carnosine. It stays on me for 2 days unless it falls off, which if you're like under stress, it tends to fall off quicker. Your body just uses it up.
So you leave it on, you don't take it off for 12 hours?
No, I leave it on for 2 days, the YH system. And you
wow.
might need it more to start, but as you go into maintenance mode, as your body starts healing itself, you won't need them as often, and you'll be able to do just fine. You know, you can last it 2 days.
Yeah, I just started.
I
just started 3 days ago, and I have not noticed a big difference. I've got X39, glutathione, and Alavita, and you know, I've been reading the instructions, and so I use the X39 and glutathione during the day, and then I use Alavita at night. So I've been, you know, switching them often, you know, like off for 12 hours, but you know, it's I reuse the same patch, like, you know.
Some people can get 4 nights out of the Alavita patch. You just like snip off the back sticky, a quarter of the patch a night, and then take off the next quarter. It'll still stick. But it depends on your stress level in your body of how much you'll need and how sensitive you are to the actual patch. Because some people are more sensitive than others. And it knocks them out.
So far, I have not noticed a big difference, except I've been more spacey. You know, I don't know. It's like the first day I wore the patches, I felt sort of like, I don't know, like time had a weird effect. Like in the afternoon that day, I felt like a year went by, you know, but it was only one afternoon. So
Mary, you're entering the quantum fields. You're going into the quantum.
I know. I've been real spacey. And I had some pain in my shoulder from a horseback riding injury, and that's like it's completely gone. But
wow, that's awesome.
But my other issues that I really wanted to fix have not changed yet.
So it is important to pick the right patch for you, because not every patch works for every single person. Like some people like Nirvana better than the Silent Night, or they like Alavita better than the Eon. It just depends. You have to see what your body needs and play around with it. And
well,
you know,
my biggest issue my first one that I wanted to fix is hot flashes. So my adrenal glands, I know, are burned out. And so, because I think, the adrenals are key in having hot flashes, at least according to Dr. Morse and, somebody else that explained it's like when your adrenals are burned out, that they can't get the signal correctly from, your pituitary gland. So, the healing the adrenals and your kidneys, of course, would be key in fixing the hot flashes.
Right. Now, a lot of people have good result with both the X39 and the SP6 for getting rid of menopausal symptoms and hot flashes, because the SP6 balances hormones and the X39 also does that. So, some people it's just like instant, and other people it's a deeper issue, and you have to find, when you can move wherever that energy is stuck, then it just like moves out of your system.
And Mary, you've probably done a lot more work than a lot of people that get those profound results because they're seriously sick, and we love them because those are the people that sign up under that and why we do it. So
I'm already. I've been mostly raw vegan for about 2 years now.
So you need carnosine more than other people then. If you're vegan or vegetarian, carnosine is mainly found in meat, and that helps with endurance and, the brain fog factor, mental sharpness. Carnosine is very important it's in the heart, it's in the muscle, and it's in the brain. So carnosine is a big one for what I would say would help you.
Yeah, you brought me down the road. That's true.
I was going to add glutathione. I've heard this from you, Marianne, and a lot of other people saying, like, why do I have this brain fog? I kind of feel like spacey or whatever. It's because your body is kicking out all of these toxins, but they cannot get out of your body quick enough. So I recommend if you have a glutathione on, put another one on. Or, check how long has that one been on, or if you don't have one on, put one on, because your body is trying to get rid of these toxins, and the way they pull out of the body, it can only pull so much at one time. So it's like eating a whole bowl of cilantro and saying, okay, I'm getting these metals moving. It's like, okay, but what's grabbing them and pulling them out? So, you're wearing a whole lot of energy, but, it's moving, but is it circulating out of your body? So glutathione is one of the ways that you can help move it on out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been wearing the glutathione, but only during the day.
I would wear it consistently.
Right.
Just change it every third day.
Yeah, and I'd add too that I've also been experimenting in these short 5 days, so I don't get, I guess, that confident opinion, but I feel like I've been leaving them on for 24 hours. If I leave them about 18, 19 hours, I take them off, I put a new patch, I feel a massive difference in state. So I do feel they degrade after 12 hours, and maybe that's not a popular opinion. There might still be something in there. It might still be something in there, but I feel like, 12 hours, 14 hours is the efficiency period, and it goes downhill if there's something going on. So that's another thing worth experimenting with, guys. If you feel like you're not getting any benefits from these patches, don't do 24 hours, try 12 hours and replace after 12 hours and do 12 hours.
Right. You might need it more than others and a stronger dose. So it just depends on your system and how your energy is in your body.
Okay.
And that's a good point, Mary. Like, I was going to say my son, who requires the glutathione because he has the seizures, he went a whole week at my mom's without his patches. I gave them to them, but they forgot. And he came back. So I put a glutathione patch on him after not wearing them for a week. It fell off within an hour. And that's because his body was so starving for this glutathione. So I put another one on. It fell off within an hour. It's like, okay, oh my gosh, it's not a coincidence. So I put a third one on. and it fell off within like 4 hours. And so I put another one on. So, I mean, our bodies really need glutathione. It's the body's master antioxidant. And so our liver is doing overdrive right now, trying to get these toxins out as we're moving these elements out of our body.
Right.
That's powerful. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, and to go back to carnosine, what Carrie Ann said, I didn't know that about the vegan carnosine thing, but also I do know that Alzheimer's can be prevented with carnosine because of the social, it makes the neuron pathways in the brain proper, and also autism. So carnosine is huge. It's the one that, glutathione is amazing, but I think we all know about that one now, kind of, in the community, but no one knows about carnosine. Like, that one's just never talked about. It's like, what? Carnosine? You're promoting carnosine? What the fuck is carnosine now?
Yeah, that's true. And I'm a vegetarian too, so that's good to know. I haven't had meat in 4 years, and I've been craving a vegetarian lifestyle since I was in the 6th grade. So, but I could only do it for like 6 weeks. I'm sorry, 6 months. I did it for 6 months, and then I was like, no, I want some chicken. But I've done it for 4 years now, and I'm dedicated, you know, and so carnosine, I'm learning about it. Thank you, Carrie Ann.
Right, and also it's a chelator if you have heavy metals. It's a chelator.
Yeah, wham bam. Do the glutathione and carnosine is the massive like detoxification process, both of them at the same time. Yep.
Carnosine must be doing something on my body. I'm telling you guys, I've been patching for a few months now, and that is the only patch that agitates me where I sweat or I have to itch or I have some type of reaction. It doesn't deter me from not wearing it, but I always ask in group because I'm so fascinated. I want to know why. Like, what is it with that specific patch that my body needs and what's going on? Because it's only that patch.
It's a chelator, and it's good for your brain. So it's detoxing your brain.
You're sweating out toxins.
Yeah, I saw, Christina, your pictures on the carnosine. That's really fascinating that the glutathione's not doing that and the carnosine is. That goes to show that there's something with carnosine that's really special. They're all special, but...
Yeah, so I'm wearing that every day, and I'm a moldy, so I for sure need glutathione. So when I was doing glutathione, it's not that it wasn't like having a reaction. I had a bright red spot under my belly button for a long time, and I was asking about that. I'm like, it doesn't itch, it doesn't agitate me like carnosine, but someone was like, well, it's an overdrive, but here's a good report for you guys. It was red forever. It is not red anymore below the belly button. So I know that at least I feel like my body is raising those glutathione levels. But still carnosine is still working. There's still something going on in my body that, there's a lot in my body that needs to be fixed, but I feel like a lot's being done with carnosine.
But that's a good way to gauge it. When you stop having a reaction to the patch, then, you know, your body's like getting to the point where you can go on maintenance.
Yeah,
and not every single day.
But one question for you, Carrie Ann. So that's under my belly button, and kind of like Harry was saying, like when we're moving these points, you know, I had put glutathione on a liver point because I know as a mole, you know, my liver is over inundated all the time. And I remember putting the glutathione on the liver point. I think it was on the foot. I had major fog brain that day, so I've never put it back on that point. But then KJ was just saying, like, maybe that's where I need to maybe add another glutathione. I don't know. I know my liver needs loving, so.
I know for me, when I was working at a chiropractic office and being around sick people all day, I would occasionally get in my throat, it would start scratching me. And this always was like, wow, for me, because every time I would put a glutathione here and it would like almost instantly just drain it out of my throat. And I have not gotten sick a single time with any kind of mucus, anything, or cough or anything, because I just use the glutathione whenever something comes up like that. And that, to me, is amazing.
Oh, that's super interesting. I've put glutathione all over the place and I never get any coffee. I think I'm like at that, I'm not boasting, but I've got the level that my mucus, I feel like do urine therapy and stuff and powerful waters. So I've got past that level. So like, I don't get any, but I'm getting other benefits from it. One thing I'd like to add as well is that I've got chest hairs, right? And it's super annoying. I can't put it under the belly button properly because it keeps coming off because of my hairs on my chest and my body. And it's like super pissing me off. So I can't use that. I'm just thinking, what am I going to do? I'm going to become like a stupid guy that, like, I don't know, I'm not judging people, but like shave their, I'm gonna shave my hairs off in a little patch there.
You're gonna have to wear a shirt.
Oh God, no clothes. Don't
put
tell
it
me
on the inside of your shirt.
That's a good idea, actually. I will, but I've got that thing where I don't want to. Like, I really want to put it on my skin close. I'll try it though for you guys. Let you know. Yeah, I'll give that a go.
The promo release that KJ talked about earlier was done under a hat, Harry. You can do it.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. I've got resistance. I don't know why. I've got resistance to not putting it on my body. I'll put it on something on my shirt and see how it goes.
Well, I was the same way, you know, when my daughter injured her eye, Carrie Ann said put the carnosine or the X39 on the inside of the patch facing the eye. And I'm like, well, are you sure it can work either way? And so once you kind of realize that it can, and it doesn't matter as long as it's just up against your body heat, it will work. And she actually, Carrie Ann explained it as within 6 inches of your body, it can work. And if you think about it, you know, you've seen the pictures of your aura, your energy field, it goes very far. And so think about all of the blessings that, you know, when we come into contact with people, how much we're helping other people lift their vibrations just because we are ourselves lifting our vibrations.
Right.
So.
And that's an important point, because if you get around somebody who is depressed or anxious or in a low mode and you're sensitive to energy, you come within 6 feet of that person, you can feel it. Like, I'll get around some people sometimes and my heart will skip a beat and I can literally feel the anxiety emanating off of that person. It's crazy. But yeah, these patches can help really amazingly. I mean, it's the potential of these in helping people and change and boost their mood is amazing.
Yeah. I'd like to add as well something that you talked about. We talk about body heat, and infrared light is what makes them more powerful. Now, I've noticed something. When you exercise, you're raising your body heat, and also your infrared light is going higher. So I've noticed that when I do exercise, afterwards, I do 20 squats or something, my patches seem to magnify. You can feel it. My teeth start chattering and start healing myself more. So actually, another little tip for people is to magnify your body heat and reactivate those patches fast. Just do some light, gentle exercise or extreme exercise whilst wearing the patches, and you'll notice that the patches will work faster and better. And I'm pretty sure that's not just me. That's for every human. The body heat's getting activated, the infrared light's going more. So the exercise is a good combination. Plus, it makes you less depressed when you exercise. So yeah, exercising on patches is another thing that we need to talk about more too.
And also, like, remember that in the patches are crystals. So if you know anything about like crystal therapy and things like that, you can put intentions in these, and they kind of like amplify that intention and reflects it back to you. So since you're wearing these crystals right now, it's like you can actually use this to your advantage. Like it's something that a lot of people maybe don't know of. But
yeah, Alec, thank you for saying that, because I had wondered about that. If we could kind of charge the patches with an intention, and then it would magnify that intention.
Definitely. So does anyone have any like last questions? Because we're already like nearing an hour. It went by really fast.
I don't have a question, but I did want to say in regards to like old traumas being released. I did just put the X39 on my crown, so I don't have anything to say about that. But I've been wearing the X39, a bunch of them, since yesterday when I got them in the mail. And I am absolutely terrified of all bugs, always have been, and anytime they touch me, I freak out and can't get over, like, I panic for the whole rest of the day. In the car on the way home from the grocery store today, there was a spider that was actually in my boob. And I just killed it and went about my day.
Well,
what happened? Summer? Sorry, say that again? I missed it.
Oh, I said there was a spider that was like in my bra, like my breast, and I literally like just killed the spider and then went about my day. And normally I'd be freaking out, and I've never gotten to that point before, so I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, facing fears, it overcomes your fears. I feel like fear's a brain fuck up, isn't it? With a brain balance and all these things, and like it's healing traumas and all these things that are irrational. Most fears that we know, we fear about and deep inside never come true. But we act as if they are going to come true. But you know that when you heal yourself with these patches, my God, does it take away the trauma? I can't wait. I'm day 5. I'm sure they're going to heal me. I'm not dependent on them. I don't really care if they don't, because I'll just carry on doing loads of other things. I don't care if I don't heal myself, whatever that is. But my God, do I know that they raise my vibration? My God, do they know that I feel calmer? Oh, another thing I forgot to add is I sleep so good. Oh, there's a huge shift in my sleep since I've had them on. My God, my sleep is transformed. I'm a good sleeper anyway. I'm a good sleeper. So.
It's 2 o'clock already?
Fear is there to let us know that we have some limiting beliefs. That's the way I see it. Like if you have fear, you have a limiting belief about something. And yeah, if you have like these fears that are coming up, but then you can deal with it, and then you know that you're doing something good for yourself. So on that note, I just want to thank everyone that was here, that participated. Thank you for being here. This is really like, honestly, I don't have the words to describe just how excited I am about this kind of technology, because as you saw here with all the testimonials and things that we shared, this is doing more than just healing the body. It's healing the emotions, it's healing the traumas, it's healing, well, I mean, on a physical level also, like pain going away and things like that. But it's literally, it's an all-around tool. Like if you have anything, well, there's some protocols that can help with that, because we can use the acupressure points and the meridians, and it's really like I'm having difficulty finding a better technology that exists right now. It's like the ultimate therapy for anyone. So thank you all for being here, and we will meet again.
If anyone has any final questions, you can put it in the chat box, or any of the Rachel, Gabe, Alyssa, Renee, Julie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you if you're watching this as a random person on someone's YouTube or whatever, get in contact with whoever's YouTuber sent you this invite, because we're all distributors too. You become a distributor when you sign up, and you can make a lot of money, and good money too, saving the world. Like Superman, you can make a lot of money saving the world. So yeah, just want to say that.
So yeah, just reach out to whoever invited you to this Zoom, and they can give you more information on the patches and what will help you.
All right. Well, thank you for that. And thank you everyone for being you. We're all in this together. We all have our notes to play in the great symphony of life. And yeah, just be yourself. That's how you get to play your own instrument. And that's how we're going to create the best possible experience that we could ever have.
Go us. Go Team Patches.
Go Team Humanity.
Yeah, Team Human.
All right. Have a good day, everyone.
All right.
You guys.